Hello students, today I will tell you the story about the scholars and the lion. This tale is taken from The Tiger's Whisker, a collection of Asian stories. It teaches us that learning is no use and indeed can be dangerous if one does not show wisdom in using it. Now, start the story. There were once four men who were friends. Three of them were wise and learned in books, but the fourth was not a scholar. All he had was common sense. It happened once that the four men were talking to each other. They spoke of how nice it would be to travel to far off places and see something of the world. What good are books if we don't go places and use our learning? One of them said, yes, the other said, the learning we have is much too great to be used in this little village. So they prepared themselves with clothes and food and began their journey. And after a while, when they were trudging along the road, one of the three learned men declared, I have been thinking, three of us have spent our lives in study. We have sat up late at night reading by the light of our oil lamps until our eyes have closed with weariness. Now we are going out into the world to make our knowledge useful. With the things we have learned, we will become rich. Yet there is a fourth man with us, our unlearned friend. Has he studied and prepared for this day? No, he cannot help us at all. Why should he come along and share our hard earned good luck? The second scholar thought and answered, these are wise and just words. He turned to the unlearned man and said to him, good friend, you are no scholar. Please leave us and go home. The third scholar spoke. He said, no, this isn't right. He is no scholar as we all know, but he has been our friend since childhood. Let him come and share with us the great treasures we are going to discover through our wisdom. They finally decided that their unlearned friend could come along and share with them, even though he had nothing at all to offer but common sense. The fourth man continued their journey, traveling from palace to place. Sorry. Traveling from place to place in search of wealth and fortune. Sorry. They passed through a forest and came to a clearing where the bones of a dead lion were scattered on the ground. They stood looking at the bones of the dead animal. One of the scholars said, see what a wonderful chance lies here before us. With these bones we can test the value of our learning. Isn't our great scholarship able to bring this creature back to life? For my part, I can put together the bones of the animal each in its right place. The second scholar said, I too have learning on this subject. I can cover the bones with flesh, blood and skin And the third scholar said, "As for me, I can give this creature life and make it breathe." The fourth man, who was no scholar at all, was humble and silent before such tremendous learning. So the first scholar put together the bones of the lion. The second scholar put a covering of flesh and skin over the lion and put blood in the body. Then the third scholar began the business of bringing the lion to life. At this moment, the fourth man, the fellow without any learning in this head, tried to stop them. He said, "My dear friends, think what you are about to do. This animal that you are bringing back to life is a lion. If you are successful, he will rise up and kill us all." The third scholar, busily using all his hard-won knowledge, shouted, "What good is learning if it isn't used? I plead with you, think again." The fourth man said, "But if you are really determined to go through with it, at least wait until I have climbed a tree." He climbed up a tall tree and sat in the branches. Then the third scholar continued his work of bringing the dead lion to life, while the two other scholars stood close by watching everything he said with the greatest of interest. The third scholar stepped back in triumph. "It is done," he exclaimed proudly. The lion opened its eyes, switched its tail nervously and got to its feet, and then, without warning, it sprang upon the three learned men and killed them. The fourth man, the one who had never studied books, waited in the tree until the lion had gone away. Then he came down and returned alone to this village. Thank you.